Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer. In today's video, I'm going to be working with Alipearl hair, and I'm going to show you guys how to install this deep side part, cute, natural, soft baby hair with these pretty soft curls on a wig that was pre-plucked. So yeah, this was the end result. This is a 26-inch wig, but since I am 4'11", this did appear to be like a 32-inch on me. So this is what the wig looked like after it was bleached by me. Now this plucking was all Alipearl hair. It literally came like this, and this is probably the best pre-plucked wig I've ever received. It looks so clean. I did hot comb it back so it can give it its true look, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm glad that I bleached the knots because it brought everything together, like the plucking and everything. Because I knew before I bleached the knots, it looked good, but I'm like, okay, this would look 10 times better if I went ahead and bleached the knots. So I did that, and it took like an hour and a half off of this install because I didn't have to pluck it, and it looks really, really neat, you guys. This is 110% beginner friendly, and I highly recommend y'all check the link in my bio for the information on this hair if you guys are interested, because like the blessing of having a pre-plucked wig, especially because plucking can be such a struggle if you don't really know what you're doing. Even if you do know what you're doing, you know, sometimes the knots are too big, or you just having a bad plucking day, because that'd be me sometimes. Right now, I am just hot combing this hairline back a little bit so it can just look more natural and really see that plucking of that hairline so it can look really nice and clean, you know what I'm saying, before we put this wig on for real. And right here, I'm just taking my scissors and I'm cutting around my ears. It was quite a bit that I had to take off because this lace was extremely long, and I do have a pretty petite head shape and head size, so I had to do a little bit more cutting just to get it to the perfect length of like being aligned with my ear so it can look natural once it's on and my sideburns aren't hanging too low, you know what I mean, or even too far up. I like to have it right above my ear, so I'm going to do the same thing on this side over here. So now I'm going to take my scissors and cut on a section right here, and then another one on this side, so I can have a more precise melt when I actually do put this bolt hold onto my skin and on my lace. Y'all, look at this burn. I got to be more careful when I'm curling my hair because that is honestly tragic. But I'm taking this Evan Wonder lace spray, and this is basically a skin protectant. So I'm putting this on my skin because sometimes I'll get bumps from like having a wig on for a week or using the wrong product, or just, I don't know, sometimes it just happens, and I would just like to protect my skin and my edges. So yeah, and I'm going to take my boat hold liquid gold, get that ready. And I seen a TikTok, it said if it doesn't have BH on the bottom where I just showed you guys, then it's not real, and this is definitely not real. Like, I wonder what the real one actually like works like, because this one I got from the hair store is fake. So y'all make sure y'all checking the bottoms of your glue. But yeah, I just took a thin layer of that. I'm taking this little popsicle stick here, and I'm just spreading out this glue, well, this hold, this liquid gold bolt hold, whatever. Anyways, I just spread that out, and you're going to want to put that on while it's wet. I'm just pushing the lace down right where that glue is and making it align with the hairline. If you like your hairline to be a little bit lower, you can always push your glue down further down, your spray, whatever it is you're using to adhere your lace to your skin. You can always push it down, but I like to keep my wigs to look pretty natural on the forehead front. So, you know, like no pun intended, but yeah, I just like to keep it where it looks the most natural for my hairline and my head shape. But yeah, you guys, I let that melt with my melting band for literally 30 minutes. Usually I'll just say 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, but I really wanted my lace to be melted even more, especially since I'm not using actual glue. So yeah, I left that on for 30 minutes, and now I'm just cutting off my lace. I'm using my razor, and I'm also using my scissors just to get like a closer look on that lace and really cut it off. But I'm using this tapered makeup brush. It's tapered and it's fluffy, and I'm just going to fluff this makeup onto my lace. Now, the makeup that I'm using is not Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation anymore, but it is the Ruby Kisses HD Concealer. And I'm using it in the shade, what's that shade? Espresso. Yeah, so I'm using Espresso. I decided to ditch Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation because I find that it's more red and that it makes my legs look pretty ashy in different lightings. And I'm just not feeling it anymore. I wanted to upgrade. I do have to say I did like the results. I have to give it like an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's the perfect shade, but it's way better than having a red or ashy lace vibe going on. But yeah, it's the next day, you guys. I had went to sleep. I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I really want to put my foot into this hairstyle and not have acid because I'm sleepy. So here I am the next day. I'm getting this part together and I'm using my Care wax stick and my hot comb to just press this hair out and get it flat and, you know, give it that deep side part vibe, add that oomph to it. You feel me? Really want to get in with your hot comb, like I'm saying, like really get in so you can have the flattest possible outcome. Here I'm just going to take my comb and perfect my part a little bit more so it can just look really clean and give that deep side part vibe. I really like to make it curved in the front. That's how you get the perfect side part, like leave out type look. The slight C curve is always going to hit for me. Like this looked so good. Now I'm going to get started on my baby hairs. So I'm pulling from the front so that the baby hairs aren't just like sitting by where the part is. Like I want the baby hairs to exist on their own without it looking too attached to the part, if that makes sense. So I'm making sure to pull like where the part is, but also in front of the part and a little further down. I was going for a softer look, so I didn't pull out too many hairs. I wanted them to be full, fluffy, you know, that kind of vibe without them being too dramatic. I'm also going to use my hot comb to flatten these baby hairs out so that they can look really flat once we actually do them after we do our second melt on the hair. So I'm just pulling this out. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side when I'm done over here. I like to use my hot comb here too because I just feel like it adds an extra oomph once it's all set and done. I don't really know how to explain it, but that pushback look is just really clean, especially with curls. So I like to do that there. And yeah, I'm just pulling out the baby hairs on this side now. I'm taking my foundation makeup brush and that Ruby Kisses HD concealer that I was using before. I was about to say cream foundation back in my old ways. But yeah, I'm just patting that onto the lace and then using my Ebon Wonder lace spray onto the baby hairs and also on the lace so that we can do our second melt. And when I put my belt on, my melting belt, I'm going to leave that on for 30 minutes like how I did the day before because I just wanted this to look extremely flat and the results definitely were there, okay? Like the baby hairs were onto my forehead already. So yeah, I'm taking my razor and I'm just shaving off these hairs. I wanted them to be like long, but like not crazy long, you know? Like I didn't want them to be as short as I usually do. So yeah, because I feel like it was like higher up on my forehead and I feel like that just made the most sense. That's what they're looking like before we actually use our product. So I wanted to readjust you guys so I can really focus on these baby hairs and y'all can really see what I'm doing here. I'm going to curl these baby hairs upward using my Kiss Pro flat iron in a pencil 1/2 inch. Did I say pencil twice? I don't know, y'all. I'm high. I need to not do voiceovers when I'm high, you guys, because I feel like I just be talking in circles and I do so many do-overs, but that's neither here nor there, you guys. I'm curling them upward in the front, and I actually did like a double curl just to give it like more fluff, and I should definitely do that often because every time I do that, like do two pieces, it looks so good. But on the sideburns, I like to curl it under, so I'm going to do that. I'm using my Gorila Snot. I know this is my new method, and my Nairobi holding foam. And I'm going to use the Gorila Snot first, apply about this much here. I'm going to apply that to the front, not too much on the curl, but at the front of the baby hair. And I'm going to take the same amount of Nairobi holding foam, put that on top, take the comb side of my edge brush and basically just swoop them, use my finger to help mold it into place and just play with it until I get my desired look. Okay, you really want to take your time with this, or not, you know, like if you want to go for a messy look, do that, but like, you know, just at least just be conscious of what you're doing and not just slapping something together if you want it to look how you would like it to really look, you know, like just take your time, play with it until you get your desired look. Sometimes it's going to take 10 minutes, sometimes it'll only take you 5, 15. It really depends on what you're doing, the lace, how much you plucked, how much, you know, you cut off, what products you're using. It all depends on that and just your momentum for the day, I guess. But yeah, y'all, I'm just taking my time here, really getting these hair swooped into place and held together. These took me a minute. Now, these took me a minute, but it was worth the time and the effort put into it because the way it came out, it looks so good in the end. Like, I did re-add product like here and there while I was doing this just to like keep the mold into place. But yeah, you guys, just really using my finger, and I like to use my blow dryer too to really get it into place. I say really a lot, but it's just me putting emphasis on what I'm doing because it really be like that. But yeah, y'all, I'm doing my sideburns now, and I'm going to just do the same thing on the other side so you guys can just sit back and watch me do it over here. This step here wasn't 100% necessary because like the lace was definitely tinted already, pretty much just from me putting makeup inside the lace, like inside the cap, and also this hair being pre-colored and bleached. Like, it looked fine, but I did go add makeup to the part just to define it, you know, just to make it look up to par, 10 out of 10. But I just took a section here to make this look flatter and for it to all just look cohesive before I go into adding my curls. So I'm in my bathroom now because I like to have the luxury now in my new apartment to stand up and do my hair in an actual mirror. So I like to do that with my curls. Since I've been doing that, it makes the curls look a lot better because I can really just see what I'm doing and it's just less stressful. So I'm showing you guys here how much hair I'm taking out for my curl, and I'll say it's like a medium size amount because I wanted like these curls to give body yaddy. Like, this hair was extremely full, so I didn't want to do a lot of curls. That just wasn't necessary. So I took like a medium size. This is a 1 1/4 inch curling rod. So yeah, like, it's round, and I really like this size because it kind of gives like a mimic effect of actually using a curling iron. Like, y'all see that curl? I had to make sure to put on my glove so I don't burn myself because I'm so good for it. Like, I want to get close to the curl so I can really hold it and get it nice and right. But I'm just wrapping each section around. I'm wrapping the hair around the barrel flat so it can give like a flat look and not like a spiral type curl, if you get what I mean, because we are using a curling wand. Well, it's a rod, but you know, same thing technically. I will have what I'm using linked down below, by the way. But yeah, you guys, I just parted my hair half up, half down, and I did 4 pieces on each side for this amount of hair. Y'all, I was so blue. My light had died. I had to go charge it up, but luckily I do have like a little phone light, so I'll just put that on my phone while I was recording. So yeah, we were having a little technical difficulties, but it's okay. I am using new lighting, so it's something that actually doesn't plug up. Like you have to charge it, and when it dies, it's like you can't do nothing about it for real. So yeah, you guys, moving on to the next side. To really get the curl to hold, I like to keep the iron on it for at least 10 to 15 seconds, or maybe even 30 sometimes if I really want that curl to be curled, okay? So yeah, definitely want to leave it on for a little bit. You don't want to just leave it on for 5 seconds. That's definitely not long enough to really get that curl process and that heat processed through that wand. So yeah, you guys, I'm just making sure to wrap it around tightly. Sometimes they would fall and have to do it again, but that's okay. A little bit of trial and error, because this hair, like, it was really thick, and I was getting out a pretty decent amount of hair into the wand. So yeah, y'all, I'm just taking my time because the results were going to be fire. And if you really want your curls to hold it longer, you can definitely pin them up. But I just wanted them to kind of like loosen up and just look really natural because, like I said, this hair was really full, y'all. Like, I was honestly shocked and surprised at how high the density was. I believe it's 250%, you guys. Like, it's so full. It's so pretty. Like 10 out of 10 a wig for real. I definitely did pin this curl up though in the two in the front. You guys will see when I get there. But this one right here, I did pin just because I wanted the ones in the front to hit a little bit harder. Like, yeah, the ones hanging down right here, like, they're cool, but I wanted the ones in the front to just give more body. So yeah, I'm parting out the front though right here so that I can finish the curls that's going towards the back and on this side. So it's just not interfering and it's just out of the way, because I want that to be a certain look, a certain vibe. So I needed that to be a way so I don't accidentally pull any pieces from the front that I'm going to need for my bang, you know? So yeah, just continuing this process here. It's a little tedious, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, you just got to hold the curls and just be thinking about how cute it's going to look when you're done. Now the tedious part and the hard part is over. I'm taking my hot comb to just push this hair back and flatten it out a little bit more now that the curls are in motion and formed. And I let these sit for maybe like 10 minutes, not a too long of a time, but they were looking good. To get these curls to hold in place, I'm using this Sebastian hairspray. And y'all, I have been seeing this hairspray like on YouTube and TikTok for quite a minute, and I'm just now trying it, y'all. Like, it's been maybe 3 installs I've used this on, and I really like it. Now the smell is extremely strong, but it gives it a nice hold without it getting crunchy, you know, and I really like that. But I just comb these curls out with this wide tooth comb, and I just push it back and kind of have it continuously going into the direction that it was curled, and to soften these curls up a little bit and to just add a nice smell to this hair, because if you know, you know, bio silk smells so good. I'm going to take just a little bit and put that around the hair and on top of my head. And after I do this, this will be the end of the tutorial and the end results. I really liked how it came out from the no plucking that I had to do, and the color, the fucking lusciousness of this wig, like 250% density was definitely hitting for sure. And yeah, like just 10 out of 10 wig overall. Make sure to check the description box for other information on this hair. Alipearl does have an app now, and if you get the app, you get an extra 12% off of your purchase. So make sure to check that out. And thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment, a like down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.